And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. How far would you be willing to go to cut corners to feed your child? One mother on 10. Number 10 with this foolishness, or is it foolishness? A mother in Toronto says she found a shortcut to cut her grocery bills. Tiffany Lay says her secret is feeding, get this, her 18-month-old daughter crickets. The bugs, crickets, as her source of protein. By doing so, she says her grocery bill has gone down by about $100. But is there a potential health risk there? Joining me now to talk about it is child care provider Charlie King and integrative nutritionist Jennifer Jones. So Jennifer, let's start with you.
Okay.
Does this make any sense?
I mean, it depends on...
No, come on, Jennifer.
It depends on who you ask. And I think in the West, we have a different idea of protein consumption or even delicacies or what have you. So I think it's the Western culture that has the biggest issue with this, honestly.
But should we be feeding our children crickets as a source of protein? And we're not talking about a chocolate-covered cricket for a snack.
Right.
We're talking about a meal, a supplement to the meal, or the meal, that being the protein.
Well, protein is protein, and really...
It's not.
Well, it's not. I won't say it's not, but supposedly crickets have a high source of protein,
Okay.
and they're known to have a high source of protein.
Okay, I'm just going to be quiet. You're the expert
Yes.
here,
And
I
crickets,
respect that.
and crickets aren't the only insects that people eat. So etymology is the term of when people eat insects, and so it's done in Thailand, Vietnam, and crickets, grasshoppers, caterpillars, people eat it. So again, it's a source of protein, and who's to say, as long as it's safe, I think that's the main thing that you want to focus on, how the crickets were harvested, how they were processed, because whatever you're consuming, you just still want to make sure it's the best quality.
Now, Charlie, how quickly will you dial CPS or law enforcement if the child comes to school and the parent says, I packed her lunch, it's a bag of crickets, let her eat it?
Immediately. She wouldn't even make it out the door. But we're also have to think about too, with our diet, we grew up on chitlins. So someone could say, hey,
Hog intestines.
yes.
Yeah. Right? So it's different cultures.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me think about it. Chitlins, crickets. Chitlins, crickets.
Yeah, I would
Which
say
one?
crickets are actually more beneficial, honestly, than the chitlins.
Really?
Yeah. But I don't think I can't say, and I can't speak for her, but her reasoning behind cutting down the grocery bill, when I looked into it, it's still fairly similar. Like, 'cause she was saying she was feeding the child cricket puffs, like Cheeto puffs. And so when you get higher quality brands of these foods, like Cheeto puffs or whatever, they're still gonna be the higher price point as any other like specialty store. So when she said that she's saving money, I'm not sure about that, because when you look at the protein powder, it's still fairly the same as any other plant-based protein powder as well.
Now, Charlie, would you look at that parent or take into consideration that parent's mental stability if she's sending her child to school saying, I feed my child crickets for her source of protein?
And I would also think about the culture, because we're in Houston. We have so many different demographics and families. So I would definitely look at that as well, but mental is definitely number one. But I also look at the cultural background.
All right.
Yeah.
So real quick, let's do a vote.
Okay.
Cricket, yes or no?
It depends. Yeah, it's safe. If it's safe,
You said yeah?
yes, it depends. It's safe, and we're not just going on the streets picking up crickets, right? Like, there's a safety
See,
process
that's what's
there.
in my mind.
Yeah, no,
Right,
like
right.
she's getting them from a place that's like organic, harvestly, properly grown. So that's the difference.
All
yeah.
right. Crickets, yes or no?
With hot sauce, yes.
She's hot sauce.
She's taking
You got the hot sauce.
She's taking the hot sauce from the chitlins and putting it on
Yes.
crickets. Oh my God.